Okay, so today we've got a challenge, maybe something you've thought about too. Could someone, like right now, start a totally new online store?
Starting from zero.
Yeah, from absolute scratch, using just, simple clip art and actually make real passive income, even though everyone kind of says the market's way too full, right? That newcomers can't break in.
It definitely feels like an uphill battle, that's for
Yeah,
sure.
hold on. We found this case study, and honestly, it kind of blew us away. A brand new Etsy store. Basic Canva clip art, nothing fancy.
Okay.
Started maybe, 4 months ago? Making about $200 a week. Modest, right?
Yeah, decent start.
But in just those 4 months, it jumped. Like, really jumped to between $3,000 and $4,000 a week, passively.
Wow. Okay, that's significant growth
Yeah,
from clip art.
exactly. It just shows it's not just about saturation, it's about the how.
Right, and that's what's really interesting here, I think. Not just the big number, but the actual process. How did they do that? Because it sounds simple, maybe too simple, but clearly there were some smart decisions being made. So this deep dive, it's really about breaking down that how. What were the strategies?
Precisely. So that's our mission today. We're going to unpack the exact steps, how they pick the product, the design thinking, the pricing, sales, all of it.
The whole playbook.
Yeah, the whole playbook, to show you how you can navigate these online places like Etsy cleverly, even if you feel like you're starting, miles behind.
Makes sense. Where do we start?
Okay, so the foundation for all this is print on demand. Have you messed with this much?
A fair bit, yeah. It's a game changer for avoiding inventory risk.
Totally. So for anyone listening who's maybe not familiar, picture this. You never actually handle the product yourself. You choose a blank item, say a mug, a t-shirt, whatever, from a platform like Printify.
Printify is a big one.
Right. You upload your design. Then when someone buys it from your store, like on Etsy, Printify does everything else.
The printing, the packing, the shipping, straight to the customer.
Exactly. And you just collect the profit. It's super hands-off, which is, the key to that passive income part.
But, and this is crucial, it all starts with picking the right product. The passive part only works if people actually want to buy the thing.
Good point. You can't just slap a design on anything.
No. So the smart move here, the first strategic step, is using data. Like, Printify has a bestsellers page. You don't guess. You look at what's already selling really well.
Makes sense. Use their data.
Yeah. And what consistently tops those lists?
Yeah.
T-shirts. They are like the undisputed king of print on demand. Always have been.
Okay, so t-shirts are a good bet, but here's where people go wrong, right?
Mm-hmm.
They see a popular t-shirt.
And they just copy it.
Yeah. And for a new store, that's just, it's a dumb idea, frankly. Why buy from you with 0 reviews when they can get the same thing from a shop with thousands?
Exactly. You're invisible. You can't compete head-on like that. It's just not smart.
So how do you find your space then, if copying is out?
This is where the really clever bit comes in. It's what they call the cross-idea formula.
Cross-idea formula. Okay, it sounds interesting.
It's a way to find ideas that are unique but still have, proven demand behind them.
Yeah.
Just demand from different places combined.
All right, break that down. How does it work? First part.
Okay, first, you look for a popular product, maybe on Etsy again. Let's say you search funny t-shirts. You find one that's selling like crazy, maybe, 30, 40 sales just in the last day.
Wow, okay.
But the key is the graphics are simple, really basic. Like we saw this example, a deer t-shirt, just a simple drawing.
Just a deer.
Yeah, but the text used this, like deadpan humor,
Yeah.
a double meaning. Really understated, but clever. And it was flying off the shelves despite being visually simple.
Huh. Simple graphic, clever text. Got it. So step 2, don't copy the deer.
Exactly. Don't copy the deer. You take the concept, that specific style of humor, the deadpan double entendre, and you apply it to a different popular niche.
Ah, okay. You cross the idea.
Precisely. So in this case, they looked at the funny parrot t-shirts niche. Also popular. But, and this was the key discovery, nobody in the parrot niche was doing that type of deadpan, clever humor.
Really? It was all different kinds of jokes.
Yeah, maybe more obvious stuff. So they took the style of humor from the deer shirt and applied it to parrots. They crossed the concept over.
And that creates something totally new for that parrot audience, even though the humor style was already proven elsewhere.
Bingo. And that's how you get what they called a hyper-viral product, like this alarm clock parrot t-shirt.
The alarm clock parrot.
Yeah, it used that same deadpan style, playing on how parrots can be, loud in the morning. It immediately stood out because it was different for that niche.
Okay, I see. It's not random. It's combining proven elements, popular niche, popular humor style in a new way. Data-driven creativity.
That's a great way to put it. Data-driven creativity. It lets a new store actually get seen.
Okay, brilliant idea found. The cross idea works. Now, the practical stuff. How do you actually make the shirt?
Right, the logistics. First, you need your accounts. Free Etsy account, free Printify account, link them up. That's your basic infrastructure.
Standard setup. Then the design itself.
Then you jump into Canva, which is great because it's so accessible, right? Drag and drop.
Yeah, pretty easy to use.
And it has millions of elements, clip art, photos that are okay for commercial use. Free account works. Pros like $13 a month for more options.
So you find your parrot clip art in Canva.
Yep. Search parrot silhouette or whatever in the Elements tab. Critically, though, you need to combine it with something else to make it legally your unique design for selling. Usually, that's text.
Which is where the alarm clock idea came in. How'd they land on that specific text?
Ah, clever shortcut here. They actually use ChatGPT.
Oh, interesting.
Just prompted it something like, list funny and annoying things parrots do to their owners.
Ah.
And, AI spits out a bunch of ideas, and one of them sparks the alarm clock concept. It's great for brainstorming that text element quickly.
Smart. Okay, design done in Canva, parrot plus text. How do you save it for Printify?
Right, export settings are key for quality. You want a PNG file.
PNG. Or
Max image size Canva allows, and crucially, a transparent background. So it prints cleanly on the shirt, no white box around it.
Got it. PNG, max size, transparent background.
Now, there's one more optional step, but honestly, I think it makes a big difference.
Sure.
Adding a distressed texture.
Like making it look vintage, worn in.
Exactly. Gives it a much more professional, less like just printed look. You can get free texture images. Creative Fabrica often has them, maybe on a free trial.
Okay, so you download a texture file. Then what? Need Photoshop.
Not necessarily. There's a free web tool called Photopea. It's basically like Photoshop, but runs in your browser.
Photopea. Okay, cool. Free is good.
Yeah. And the process is quick. You open your parrot design, add the texture image on top as a new layer. You have to rasterize the texture layer. Then use the color range tool, set the tolerance around 200, select the dark parts of the texture, and hit delete to clear. It basically punches holes in your design where the texture was darkest.
Ah, so it wears away parts of the design.
Kind of, yeah. Then you hide the texture layer itself, maybe delete it, and what's left is your original design, but with that cool, worn-out look. Export that as your final PNG.
That sounds doable, actually. Adds a nice touch. Okay, so we have the idea, the design looks pro, but money. How do you price this thing to actually make decent profit?
Super important. Can't just guess the price. The target here was a solid profit margin, like 30% to 40% per shirt.
Okay, how do you figure that out?
Use a profit calculator. Printful has a good free one. Others exist too. You plug in all the numbers.
Like what numbers?
Your selling price on Etsy, what you'll charge for shipping, your target profit percentage, then the costs, what Printify charges for the blank shirt, and what Printify charges for shipping it.
And the calculator tells you if your selling price hits the target margin after all that.
Exactly. And it accounts for Etsy's fees too, which is key. So you know before you even list it that if it sells at that price, you're making the profit you planned for. It takes out the guesswork.
That's crucial. Okay, price for profit. Now, sales. Where do the customers actually come from on Etsy?
Two main places, really. First is just Etsy itself, organic traffic.
Meaning people searching or browsing on Etsy?
Yeah. Etsy's algorithm shows products it thinks people will like. To get shown, you need good keywords in your title. Think like the customer searches. Cat shirt, feline gift, gift for girlfriend, maybe style words like cottagecore, whatever fits.
Keywords are important, got it. Anything else for organic?
Oh yeah. The absolute most critical thing, an amazing photo, your main product photo.
The photo. Why is that so critical?
Because when Etsy shows your product next to 10 others in search results, yours needs to grab the eye. A great photo gets the click. Without the click, nothing else matters.
Right, got to get them to click first. Do you need like a pro photo shoot?
Nope. Another great tool here is Playseat. They have tons of mock-ups, people wearing t-shirts in cool settings.
Ah, so you put your design onto their photos.
Exactly. Upload your PNG, pick a mock-up you like, and boom, instant professional-looking product photo. It costs little, but they often have free options too, and it makes a massive difference to your click-through rate.
Okay, so great photo via Playseat, good keywords. That covers organic. What's the second source of sales?
Etsy ads. Paid advertising right on Etsy.
Ah, okay. Are they worth it? Can be expensive, right?
They can be if you're not careful.
Yeah.
But used strategically. They said it's basically like printing money.
Printing money. How?
The strategy is key. You don't just throw money at it, you start low. like $1 to $5 a day budget, max.
Okay, manageable.
And you let Etsy spend maybe $10 total advertising each specific product, just enough to get some data. Then you check the ROI.
Return on investment, how much you made back for what you spent.
Exactly. And the target here was a minimum ROI of 3 times. So for every $1 spent on ads for a specific shirt, you needed to get at least $3 back in sales from those ads.
3 times return, that seems like a good benchmark.
Yeah, so you look at your ad stats. That parrot shirt, maybe it spent $10 and brought in $45.70 in sales. That's over 4.5 times ROI. Great. Keep those ads running.
And if another shirt only brought back $15 for the $10 spent?
That's only 1.5 times ROI, below the target. So you just switch off the ads for that specific shirt. You only keep funding the winners.
Ah, okay. So you constantly optimize, only paying for ads that are proven profitable.
Precisely. That way your ad spend is always working hard for you, driving profitable sales.
Wow. Okay, so putting it all together, it really wasn't about luck or just finding one viral hit by chance. It was a system.
Completely. It was about tackling that saturation problem, not by yelling louder, but by being smarter, using data, finding unique angles with that cross-idea formula.
Leveraging easy tools like Canva, ChatGPT, Photopea, Plowseat.
Pricing strategically for actual profit, using calculators, optimizing for Etsy's organic search.
And then using ads in a really disciplined, ROI-focused way.
It's a fantastic blueprint, really. It shows that even in a crowded space, intelligence and strategy can absolutely win.
It really does. So we've walked through how this worked for an Etsy t-shirt store, but the core ideas seem bigger than that.
The cross-idea formula especially. Taking a proven concept from one area and applying it to a different receptive area where it's currently missing, that feels widely applicable.
Yeah, exactly. Which leads us to a final thought for you listening. We've seen how this formula worked wonders in e-commerce. But how could you take that core principle, combining proven, existing elements in a fresh way, and apply it somewhere totally different?
Maybe in your industry, a hobby you're passionate about, a problem you see.
Right. Could you use this kind of cross-idea thinking to uncover an untapped opportunity, maybe even outside of business entirely, and create something really unique and impactful, something to think about?